Hello there, my name's Matt Richardson. I'm from Green Taylor Partners, and today is the first of a series of video presentations we're going to do in relation to the new superannuation rules. You may have heard or you may not have heard, but last week the government passed the new superannuation rules as outlined in the budget in May, which have been subsequently changed. So today I'm going to talk to you about the new contribution rules which will apply from the 1st of July 2017. Now, there's two types of contributions we need to deal with. The first is concessional contributions. Concessional contributions are basically those that happen pre-tax, so either as a contribution that you make and you claim as a deduction in your own personal tax return, or if you're employed, it's what your employer puts in on your behalf, which is otherwise known as SGC contributions, and anything else that you might salary sacrifice or salary package into superannuation. All of those count as concessional contributions. In the current tax year, if you're age 50 or above, those contribution limits are $35,000. If you're under 50 years of age, those contribution limits are $30,000. From the 1st of July next year, those contribution limits will reduce to $25,000. So it's extremely important, especially if you're employed and you've got some sort of remuneration packaging agreement where you're maximising your super contributions this year, that you rearrange that package from the 1st of July next year. Otherwise, you may end up making excess contributions to your superannuation in the 2018 year, and to undo all that it's quite messy, and there could be some fines or costs associated with that. Now, from a non-concessional point of view, a non-concessional contribution is contributions you make out of your after-tax income, and they're personal contributions that you make to a superannuation fund. In the current tax year, the annual limits for that are $180,000. That will change to $100,000 from the 1st of July 2017. Also, currently there's what's called a 3-year bring forward rule, where you can actually make 3 years non-concessional contributions in one hit. That will still apply, but obviously instead of it being $540,000, it will now reduce to $300,000. And one of the confusing elements about the new legislation is that if you already have $1.6 million in superannuation benefits, after the 1st of July 2017 you cannot take advantage of the bring forward rule. Also, if you've started taking advantage of the bring forward rule in the current year and you've already breached the $180,000 non-concessional contribution limit for the year, there will be transitional rules which will apply, which will mean there's a little bit of confusion as to what your new 3-year bring forward limit will be. So in order to make sure you're not doing anything wrong and you don't breach the rules, the best thing to do is to contact us. We can point you in the right direction. Secondly, if you think that your long-term plan is to maximise your superannuation savings, well then the 2017 year might be the year where you try and maximise your contributions for the year.